Recording. Oh yeah, it's going now. Okay.
Great.
Cool.
All right, cool. So you want to go first?
So talk about mine first.
Sure.
Okay, so did you read all mine or did you just pick one?
Yeah, so I think the assignment is you
Just
have to
one.
explain it to me as well, though. Yeah.
Okay.
So can you share it?
Okay, shoot. Oh, you mean
Like
share
so
my
she can
screen?
see it. Yeah, like so she can see it when she watches the
Oh
video.
yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, where am I? What am I doing here? Okay. Just let me get it up. Okay, I'll just do
Yeah.
case study 1. Okay, here we go. Share screen. This one. Okay, share. I think it's going. Does this take a while to launch? Okay, you got it?
Oh,
Okay, so let's,
yep, we're good.
okay, so this is the case. This guy's a big troublemaker at our school named Eugene.
Yep, I read this one. Yep.
All right, so he comes from a super rich family and his parents don't do much to discipline him. And he just doesn't care about school. And I don't even think he needs to care about school. I think his dad's teaching him his business at home. And all he does is just be a jerk. He's just a jerk. And I don't know if I should say that, but okay. So let me just read quickly. This student exhibits little inhibitions in pretty much everything related to his schooling. For example, on his first day of class, he brought out portable speakers and started to dance and perform before I had a chance to teach. During class assemblies, he can seen walking around in between the classes shamelessly, where everyone else is sitting down in groups watching the stage. Eugene comes to class with the idea that it's playtime, instead of acting like a regular 18-year-old in his class. His class behavior resembles a 12-year-old. He's very immature and a lot of energy. As well as parents give him many toys, money, and equipment. He comes to school with expensive cameras and little toys, and he smuggles them in and gives them to other kids to play with. He's not ADHD or anything, and he's smart, but he just doesn't care about school, and all he wants to do is play. And I think that I'm basically summing it up. And so how I differentiate with this is that I just kind of treat it as damage control usually, because for my class, he just has my class once a week. It's not one of my main classes. And a lot of other teachers teach him like all the time, right? And they've been trying to get through to him. And I'm also just a foreigner, right? So if like many other teachers put a lot of time to try to control him. And so if they can't do it, I feel I'm wasting my time. So I just try to minimize his bad behavior to try not to let it affect the other students too much. So that's my.
What is this about the military part? I thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah, so there is a military guard that, like, I don't really have to handle too much discipline. I just give students a warning. I'm just like, you act up, I'm just gonna get the guard. That's all. Like, I'm not even supposed to like lose my cool or anything. So I give him a warning. I had 2 interviews with a guard to tell him about it. And I think the guard, he knows him. You know, it's funny, like, but it's funny, like the first time the guards is playing so naive, like, oh, are you sure it's this student? I think you mean this student, right? I'm like, oh no, it's this student. I'm like, him? And I'm just like, come on, we know who we're talking about here. Like, it's funny how they just play a little play naive. So after I got the guard, and he was okay for 3 weeks after that. So anyways.
So this is all the time, you've known this kid for a while?
Yeah, well, I've taught him 2 years over. Like, they come in once in a while for conversation class. I have different classes I teach. So
and it's just always same level of horrible.
yeah, like today he was copying a handicapped person walking around with the lunches. Like, we get a catering service and he's taking the lunches back. It's ridiculous. Like, it's weird. Now he's gonna graduate in like 3 months. And
Yeah.
he's still like behaving like a 12-year-old kid. It's pretty,
Right.
yeah.
What happens when you take away his toys that his parents give them?
Oh, please, teacher, please, I promise to be good. Just don't take them. He pretends to be your friend all the time. He's just, I don't know. But sometimes he's okay. He'll just talk or something, but he can get ridiculous. Well, and he bullies kids too. He bullies children sometimes. Like, because I sometimes I teach him once every 2 weeks actually, right
Where?
now. So the other week he goes to the other class, and sometimes I discuss with the other teacher. She tells me he should go to the mental hospital. But I don't know.
Is
So I
there
just,
any rewards you can give him? I know it feels like he has everything.
well, I don't know. Like his English is pretty bad. And I think he
Yeah.
just likes to joke around and have fun. Like he's got this other
Mhm.
buddy, and his other guy, he just wants to sleep and try to look at his cell phone and sneak it into class. And sometimes when they're just together talking and stuff, but it's weird anyway. Like sometimes him and his friend, like they'll do some dumb little activity by themselves, and if I can push them in the corner and they're just doing that, and then of course I'll go around and talk to them once in a while, try to get them to do work.
Mhm.
But
I know exactly what you're describing. Uh, uh, yeah.
like,
So what do the other teachers do? Does he get in trouble or not really because he's so well off?
and plus, like my class is the language class, and I'm a foreigner. Like I think there's some classes like his homeroom class, because they have, like they have homeroom teachers that handle a lot of stuff. Maybe he's different for them,
Yeah,
but
maybe, right?
I think he isn't though sometimes. Like I was walking and I've seen him in PE class and he's just going nuts. Like he's jumping around, he's screaming, he's yelling, and the PE teacher is just like I see
His
him in
PE.
break time, and then the guard comes, like the army guy, and he just runs up to the guard and hugs him. He's like, "Oh, my best friend." Yeah. Like this guy is totally shameless. It's crazy. But yeah. Like he used to try to be like he's kind of like a tough guy, but all the other tough
Yeah.
guys like join their gang, but all the other tough guys hate him. And they like they don't like him at all. So he's got like a couple sleepy friends. Like I wouldn't say he's a bad person, but he's just really, I don't know, sometimes he's really annoying though. Like I
Maybe
mean,
he doesn't. He's probably aware of his family situation and feels that he doesn't need to focus on school that much or something.
totally. No, he doesn't really care at all. Like he's totally like a business type of person. Like he'll have his friends like in a table and he'll like buy them stuff and like talk like, "Oh, we're good friends," right? Like you I found out his parents were businessmen, but I can just tell like the way how he acts with other students. It's kind of like, and like it's funny too, like he's super tanned, right? Like he's super black, like, but he's regular Chinese, and yeah, like he almost looks like he's Indian. It's kind of funny. I don't know if I should say that, but like Chinese culture, right? They prize the
And they don't like that.
light skins,
Yeah.
and
They hate the dark skin. Yeah.
yeah, getting tanned. But like a lot of kids don't like him at all. Like a lot of the girls are kind of polite to him too. Like that's the thing too. I feel if the girls gave him more bad attitude, he might be a
Mm.
little bit better.
They enable him or something like that.
Well, not really. Yeah, they kind of enable him in some of them. Yeah.
Does he ever get embarrassed? Like, can you embarrass him somehow?
Yeah, well, he gets embarrassed about weird things. Like he started making fun of me and I started making fun of him back a little bit and I was winning. And then he starts freaking out. And his
Mhm.
friends are like,
Did it
"Oh,
work?
you lose, you lose, you lose." Yeah, kind of. It works, but it doesn't work because then he gets
Yeah.
angry and he just wants. And then he can't just be quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's better to let him win. Actually,
No phones in class, right?
Yeah, actually they're allowed. They're allowed to have phones, but they can't like be on them all the time. Like I can ask them to check things. If they're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
using it a lot, they're allowed just to take it and check it quick. Yeah, it's okay.
Appropriate use or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm a little laid back with cell phones. I mean, if the kids, I usually don't have too much trouble. If the kids are using it too much, I just take it away and I put it like 5 desks away and I say, you can take it after class. Don't touch it now.
yeah, so what I was gonna say is some sort of thing that other kids have that he doesn't or whatever, right? Or maybe if everyone gets their phone taken away, he can get it if he's good or
Oh
some.
yeah. Well, he doesn't have a problem with cell phones. Like he'll come in with like, if you go to a store, sometimes they have little toys from like gift giveaways. Like he'll have all the special toys. Like he came into school, like I'm not joking, with a blowhorn. Like he'll bring like a super expensive camera with like a tripod and just try to be like set it up. And it's weird because it's really expensive. So I'm just like, what are you doing? Like one time he came in with a bag of balls and he's like, let's play games today. And I'm just like, what are you doing? You're gonna smash something. There's like video cameras, electronics equipment, and his attitude is, I'm rich, I'll pay, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's not okay.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple of rich kids, but they're not reckless with their behavior.
Yeah, like
Um,
this is like exceptional. Like my very first time teaching him, he walks up and he starts writing on the board. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
yeah, 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 like
That's
throws you
crazy.
so off guard, right?
But he's like that in I think most of his classes. So the school's just kind of like, I don't know. Like I talked to some teachers about it. They don't really like to talk about it. But
Because they just want it to be over.
yeah, they don't want to admit it. They don't want to deal with the problem. They're just sort of like, sometimes it's like that here.
Hmm.
They're sort of like, I don't know, he's fine with me. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
unfortunate.
yeah, I don't teach him actually right now. I don't teach him. I haven't taught him since December, but I just thought he's a good example to use for this. He's someone to use differentiation clearly.
Yeah, I guess sometimes when they act like kids, you got to treat them like kids too.
Yeah, I know. Like,
So, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I try to talk with him too. His English isn't so good,
Yeah.
and like he's rich. Like he'll come in with like a wad of bills and stuff, like in his pants, and like give them to his friends, and it's weird. But I don't know. Some of the kids that flash money, they don't have money,
Mhm.
so they
I know
just
what you mean.
bring. Yeah, in this culture here, and it's probably similar there. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is totally just a case of me trying to. It's just dampen his attitude in class.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess
Like
it's
most
just
kids at
meant.
my school are pretty gentle and self-conscious, but he's just like, I don't know, nothing seems to bother him. And so it's rare, like to meet a student like this at my school, like the school I'm currently teaching at.
Mhm. I guess it's about whatever you think, because if you're saying he doesn't have any diagnosed whatever, so he's obviously got some goal in mind when he does all this stuff to get some sort of reaction or whatever, and somehow never giving him the satisfaction.
Mm-hmm. Like I
Not
tell him, you're
responding
gonna
to it.
regret this behavior when you're like 10 years older. That's all I just say, like, I mean, try to understand that this is
And
gonna
he's
be over.
18 already, so you should
Has
be able to
finished.
have a real conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he does. I don't know. He's just. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess if other teachers too are like you said, like they're denying it, they're kind of like just like he's gonna be someone else's problem soon. So I think maybe a lot of people have given up
Yeah,
on him. Yeah.
I think so. I think like the main purpose for me is try not to let him influence the other students too much.
Yeah. Yes.
So I take away, like he was bullying guys or just even like bothering the girls or something like
Uh-huh.
that. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Because I mean, that's where it can be dangerous for a teacher and for him. Because this society is pretty serious and it's pretty competitive. And if he drags, like another family is not going to be happy if like in your class another kid drags their kid down and they have an excuse to criticize you or him, you know. So I tell them like
Right.
it's you shouldn't, you know, like this is pretty serious. A lot of kids here are pretty serious about their life.
Right.
So that's what I try to
Their
tell him.
parents.
I try to tell him that, but anyway, that's kind of my strategy. Like I'm like, come on. You
Yeah.
gotta
I
think
mean,
long term. Like, what if you think this guy's like a dumb guy now, but in 5 years he might not be too happy about this, you know, when you're an adult. Anyway, yeah,
so he's not in your class now. Is
no,
that right?
that's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah,
You must feel
it's
happy
better.
about that.
It's kind of fun sometimes. It's kind of fun, but it's not usually. It takes a lot of energy to calm him down, and then when he talks loud, the rest of the class talks loud, and it takes a while
Yep.
to get them back. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you said. Just try to minimize it, minimize the impact on other people. And I think that's goal number one. If he's not going to fix his own behavior, goal number one's got to be making
Yeah.
sure he doesn't mess up other people's behavior. Yeah.
Mhm. Sometimes, yeah, I try, but you know, if but you don't want to put too much effort into something
No,
that's
you
not
can't.
gonna
You got to manage resources in the classroom, your own time and effort included. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And so,
And one thing I should say, because they say I used to think, now I think. Like I used to sometimes before when I was younger take some of these things a little personally, like he's doing it
yeah.
because he thinks I'm bad, but now I don't take it personally. I know as long as I feel I'm putting a decent effort in, I know it's not
Yeah.
my fault. I don't take it. Try not to anymore.
He's not preying on you or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be any single face up there as the teacher.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, just it seems like a level of disrespect for education and school in general. Maybe he feels like he doesn't even belong there anymore or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. A few kids give up, and then once they totally give up, like they reject it. Yeah, so this is like a private school. So private schools, it's like parents pay more for the teachers to make sure to handle everything, you know, like make sure their homework's
Yeah,
done,
yeah,
make sure. So it's it's also a little rare for a student to give up at a private school so much. Like the regular schools, kids give up and like don't do anything. But at a private school, it's
yeah.
usually like the institution doesn't really tries their best not to let it happen.
Right. I mean,
So
I imagine
and
it's pricey
and
as well.
it's not that pricey. It's a little bit, nothing too crazy. Maybe like 1 or 2 grand a semester, US.
Oh, okay.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
Well,
So should I?
yeah. What's up?
So should we do your case?
Yeah,
Or
let's do mine. Let's hop over to mine.
we're supposed to do about 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, I think so. I look good there. Um,
Okay, I'll stop
all right.
share. Okay,
Oh, yep. Okay.
that's kind of
I think
fun.
I stopped yours, I think. Where is it?
So how old are you, can I ask?
Yeah, 28.
Whoa, young guy, yeah, nice.
What about you?
42.
You
Yeah.
said you've been in Taiwan for like ages, right?
Yeah, since 2004, since January, yeah, 2004, yeah. And you're married?
Yep.
Yeah.
To a Chinese girl. Yep.
Coco, so you have children?
Not yet.
Okay.
She has a son from a previous marriage.
Yeah. You seem like you're a good teacher, like you got your stuff together pretty well. That's my impression, anyway. I don't
Well,
see that way.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to open this up in Google apparently. Let's see. So did you work today?
Yeah, just an hour. Today's my easy day.
Do you work on the weekends or
Sometimes. Tomorrow, yeah. Sometimes. I got
the
a
school's
private.
open on the weekends?
Yeah, I work at one junior high. Occasion I do 4 hours, maybe twice a month in the morning.
Oh, cool. Easy.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Easy. You have kids, right?
Yeah, three boys. Yeah.
Three. Three boys. How do you
Yeah.
feel about that?
It's okay. It's a lot of work. My oldest kid's a little difficult, but that's all right.
You had a girl?
No. Oh,
You're good
sorry.
with three boys?
Yeah,
No,
totally. Totally.
you're good with three boys?
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to have the same. If you have the first one's a girl, it's good to have the second one a girl.
Oh, okay.
Because then they're like better friends and stuff. But,
Yeah. And you got more experience.
yeah, so.
Okay, 1 second. This computer is super slow.
So how are those international schools in China? Do they pay well? Seems pretty good, like a good
Yeah.
gig.
Yeah. It pays pretty well, compared to the standard of living here. And but the kids are all just super rich.
Yeah, I bet.
So they
Like, you're in a
because
big city, right?
honestly, like my foreign friends here, like they're like, I can't afford an international school.
Mhm.
They just like normal people just can't afford it.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's loading now. Yep, so I'm teaching fourth grade. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a holiday. So next week we got a short week, which is nice.
You guys got vacations there, right? The government gives you like months, like a couple months every year or something, or
Yeah,
3 weeks.
for the local calendar is wild. Yeah. So like for example, so like I only have next Monday off, but locals will have a full week off because it's Labor Day, which is big for a communist country, right? Yeah. So locals have the whole week off. Oh, now I gotta allow me to share screen.
Allow you to. It took mine kind of a pause.
Sorry. What do you do on Tuesdays? Do you work on Tuesdays too?
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
class. Yeah.
Well, we have our class at 6. I'm finished
Yeah.
at 2. Like right now,
Nice.
it's weird. It's like it worked out perfectly. Last semester, I was working a lot, and then I'm only at my high school now, and it's only like about 18 hours a week, and I usually finish before 2 in the afternoon, just
Perfect.
part-time. Yeah, so it's pretty good. And Saturday,
Perfect.
a couple privates. Try to do all my work before the weekend.
Okay, let's see. I can share my desktop so I can work. Open system preferences, security and privacy. Security and privacy.
See,
Yeah, the reason I wanted to do it. Yeah,
Oh, no, go ahead.
yeah, I'm going on like a 3-day little mini vacation this weekend. That's why I wanted to do it today.
Yeah. I wonder if I can email that thing to me. So,
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Screen
you got it.
recording. Okay, I might need to rejoin this meeting.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Wait. Technical difficulties. I hope it's okay. So, oh, nice. Wait, I'm still doing it.
Okay, let's see. Maybe. Here we go. I think it's gonna work.
Oh, nice. Got it. Good.
All right. Okay. Great. Sorry. Okay, so this kid's name is Henry, and he lived in Canada for like the first 3 years of his education. And I guess his parents thought people in Canada actually spoke French. and his parents don't speak French. So, and then when they came back to China, they put him in I work at the Canadian International School here, and he struggles, right? And he speaks well and he understands well. So the problem is he just can't spell anything, and he can't read instructions. And when he does math, I forget, I couldn't figure it out when I looked it up, but one of his math tutor told me the formal term that he thinks he has. So he'll read like from down to up. So like, instead of like, if you're doing a math problem, it's like, say it's like 30 minus 15, they'll do like 15 minus 30, and then come up with like he would say the answer is 25 or something.
Okay.
So his grades suffer, obviously, because we have weekly spelling quizzes, and we have like reading comprehension discussions about books that we've read. And so he has no problem whatsoever speaking or communicating or understanding me when I'm speaking, but I guess he can't read the board, I guess, and because he can't read quizzes.
Is he Chinese
and
or
so
Canadian or Western?
Chinese,
And
he
he
was
can,
born in Canada.
oh yeah, he can speak Chinese?
Yeah.
Okay.
He prefers speaking English though.
Okay.
So he's like fluent in English. He's maybe one of the strongest English speakers in my class, which is
Okay.
wild.
But yeah, I
Like,
know because the locals, they can only read, but they don't know how to talk, right? Sort of like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it sounds like my son was a little like he couldn't read and understand because he just doesn't know, he doesn't have the basic reading skills, right? And then he doesn't know how to like do it. Yeah. So he's in grade 4.
So he's like 9 or something, I guess.
But you would say maybe his reading skills are like grade 1 or kindergarten.
Yeah, I mean, his mom asked me that recently, and because I didn't want to make her too upset, I said grade 2.
Okay.
So they're working on grade 2 stuff now.
Is that
together?
Okay.
Is it accurate? I don't know. But he's either way, he's so far behind grade level because we're about to finish grade 4 in June, right? So he should be grade 5 reading level by now.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, so like we had some quizzes today. I had to help read the instructions to him, which is fine. That's not horrible.
But he can read French, or he speaks French? Or?
No.
Oh, no. It seems odd that he
So-
went to school in Canada, but he can't read English. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
he didn't
he
really.
went into French school. It was
Oh.
all French.
Okay. Oh, that kind of immersion. Yeah. All French.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he missed out on like a couple of years of education, essentially. Yeah.
Like my son was like that for English because he could speak and read or he could speak and listen pretty well. But because I'm always at work, I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, for regular Taiwanese, he's fine. His English is good. But I mean, I want him to be like a fluent Western kid, and his reading. But I think with kids like that, like they need once they start learning, it's fast for them. But they need a lot of extra help.
He needs a lot of extra help. He actually recently he's improved a bit. He doesn't need as much hand holding in class, which is great, and he works a little bit more independently than before, which is awesome. This should say desk. Yeah. So, but he told me the other day that he actually doesn't like asking for help, but he needs so much help that's kind of a problem. I was surprised when he said it, actually. that he doesn't like asking for help because
Yeah.
he actually needs so much help all the time.
Yeah. No,
And he's not a stupid kid.
have you ever heard of like sight reading? Like when they start with like an easy book, just like it'll say apple falls, and you can buy like a huge set of them, and they
Right, and
gradually get harder. I found like because his English is already good, it's a I mean he can already speak and say English. Those are pretty useful tools with to get my son to improve. Like it goes like step by step gradually. You can get like big sets of them. I don't know.
Cool. I just wrote that down. Yeah, cool.
But this is like so does he have a learning disability, or you think, or don't think so?
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
See you, Johnny. Probably not.
Yeah.
Except for the number thing. But yeah.
When students have to catch up like that, it's kind of like I feel I mean, you're in China, so it's no joking around. So it's like they either have to like do a lot of extra study or try to get them to go back a year. I don't know if that's even possible there, but
oh, they would never do that
don't
back a
think
year.
so.
He does take private classes outside of school, and I've talked to that tutor, but
Yeah.
so like we have spelling quizzes, right? Like today he got 9 out of 10, which is like the best score I've ever seen him get. He usually gets like 2 or 3 out of 10, like literally. And they have all week to prepare for the exact words that will be on the quiz. I just changed the order, but it's the same exact words. So I think he literally I think he knows what's up. I think he knows he's in a bad situation. He's behind. And he can speak. He knows he can speak.
Yeah,
and he probably knows that it's really hard.
Yeah, like learning to read's pretty hard. It's a hard thing to do, and it takes a long time. So if you're behind it, it's kind of, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's to like, once you can start to figure it out, it's easy, but it can be pretty difficult, and you can be stuck in a rut for a long time with that. But I think for him, like, it's like, he already can speak and understand, so he has an advantage. So once he gets on his, he can do it. And he can read it's Chinese or not? Or...
Probably not great because there's 2 classes. It's either native or non-native, and he's in the non-native class.
Okay, because I know like for my son, he could learn Chinese and he can read it fast. But then once you learn Chinese and speak English too, it's hard to learn to read English because your brain is so programmed for Chinese.
Yeah, I know for most kids, it's impossible to have 2 first languages. I know that's like kind of like scientifically.
You can do it, but you got to start early. Like I ignored it for so long. It's not that bad. It's just some like parents neglect it, or the kids pretend to learn and then they're in a position because sometimes they just are. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
So I'm thinking for him, I need to make it easier or set expectations a little bit lower. We just finished a writing assignment, a persuasive letter to somebody, and I had to help him a lot with it. And where other students, I would enforce the 3 to 5 sentences per paragraph. For him, it was like just shoot for 3, buddy. Just try to get 3 sentences. Yeah. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, but I think confidence is important for him.
You ever just get him to write stuff like copy?
Sometimes. Yeah. So he can copy notes off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you'd like set some extra time to like give him I don't know, make
Yeah,
extra
yeah,
practice or something.
yeah. The writing assignment, he gets a little more time and a little lower, like, uh, like he's shooting for the minimum, where I
Mhm.
was pushing other students to shoot for 5 sentences per paragraph.
Yeah. Nice. So they'll just do it. If you say write 5 sentences, your class will just go and usually do it pretty well.
Or
I,
they'll come to me with 3 or something, and I say add 2 more, and they're like, okay.
okay, and then they can do it. Oh, so your class has pretty good English then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Yeah, I wish my high school
yeah.
could do that. It's like pulling teeth with them. Write 5 sentences. Yeah, right. In my dreams, I have to come up with like anyway. I can. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, it was
Yeah.
great
Good
chatting with you.
example. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm
Yeah,
curious about the international school. Seems a little like wild there. I don't know. So,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a good gig. It's a good gig. Uh, yeah, yeah, we can chat more about it
sure. Sounds
next
good.
time. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I saw
Cool.
on the thing. Do you have to say like I used to think, now I think, or we can do that in the discussion. I don't know if they
Oh,
wanted
oh,
you
is that
to
why you said
mention.
that?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just written
Okay.
on our outline.
Um, okay. Let's see. So for him, I used to think that, yeah, that he couldn't do it and that he hated, I actually thought he hated school. I thought he hated being here, but I've slowly realized, and he's helped me realize that he likes English, he likes learning, um, and he is willing to try, which is important.
Great.
Yeah, cool. So I will see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, sounds good. That was good. Good to know you a bit more. All right. I hope you have a good 3-day weekend.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, have a nice weekend. Yeah, stay in touch, Adam.
Sure. Thanks. Bye bye.
See you.
Yeah.
Hey.